Harry didn't move. She was curled up in a tiny corner of her little black house, completely still. Her eyes didn't blink. Her ears didn't twitch. Even when her name was called softly, again and again, she stayed frozen like a statue. "Harry, did you eat?" The guardian crouched beside the small house, voice filled with care. But there was no answer. No tail wag. No tiny step forward. Harry just stared blankly, hiding behind the walls that had become her whole world. She had been rescued over a year ago, found wandering the streets of a quiet village, looking lost and frightened. Her fur was rough and patchy, her body thin. It looked like she had escaped from somewhere, or someone. There was something heavy in her eyes, like she had seen too, much in silence. Since that day, the guardian had tried everything. Food, soft words, even music. But Harry never let anyone close. Even now, after 12 long months, she still hadn't opened her heart. "She doesn't come out. Never," the guardian said softly. "She just stays in that room all day." They tried giving her jerky, the kind dogs usually love right away, but Harry didn't move. Not a sniff, not even a glance, just silence. "She's not eating?" someone asked. "No," the guardian said with a sigh. "Not even me." The guardian's face looked tired but full of love. It wasn't frustration, it was worry. A quiet kind of sadness that comes when someone you care about is hurting, and you don't know how to help. That night, the guardian cooked chicken soup, carefully prepared, with love. She placed the warm bowl near the edge of the little house. "Harry, try this. It's good, sweetie." Still nothing. They left her alone with the food, hoping maybe, just maybe, she'd eat when no one was looking. A camera was set up quietly in the corner, and the room was left in peace. Time passed. Slowly, the sky outside grew darker. Then at last, Harry moved. Just a little. She stepped out, her posture low, belly close to the floor. Every step was careful, cautious. She moved like the floor itself might hurt her. She sniffed the soup. But just as she leaned in, a dog barked outside. Loud and sudden, Harry panicked. She spun around and darted back into her house, curled herself up again and didn't come for the rest of the night. The next morning, the guardian greeted her the same way she always did. "Harry, my baby, are you awake? Such a beautiful day today." Harry stayed in her spot. The guardian smiled, though her eyes looked tired. "Let's go out for some fresh air. Come on, sweetie. Let's hang out with friends." It was the only way to get her to move. Harry stood still, her body low, tail tight. But she listened. The guardian walked slowly, looking back. "Come with mommy, Harry. Come with mom." And finally, Harry followed. Her steps were tiny, her eyes were unsure, but she followed. She didn't run into the grass or sniff the air other dog. Instead, she found the nearest wall and stayed close to it. She searched for corners, small spaces, places to disappear, people scared, open spaces scared, almost everything. After a few minutes outside, she ran back inside and didn't come out. She's always like the guardian, always in the corner, always. It was hard to guess what had happened to her. One thing was, whatever it was, it had broken her in. When she had first been found on the street, she looked like she had escaped something. Her eyes darted nervous. Her body was covered in old wounds. The fur on her back still hadn't grown back. Scars were not just on her skin, but deep in her mind. Maybe the person who hurt her looked like the guardian. Maybe I remind. To understand more, they brought it. The moment the vet entered the room, Harry, even before he got close, her body was already. She seems calm, but her heart is fast, really fast. She's scared, but she doesn't bark. She's holding. The exam showed nothing physical. Her body was, but they were still. The vet looked at the little black. This house comer. But it also the word. I think we need to gently. So, with soft hands and quiet voices, they took. Not with force, but Harry, not carried gently like a sleep. Outside, she couldn't. She peed herself here. She took one step, another. She stepped onto a blanket, her leg. But she was outside, and she hadn't back. The guardian stayed beside her every. "You're doing great, Harry." So, they did her. They didn't force anything. They just stayed by her side, giving days. Then weeks, and Harry. She no longer flinched when someone reached. She didn't run away when footsteps. She even looked at the guard now, right? One afternoon, something spent. "Do you?" the guardian asked, holding out a small piece of jerky. "Hit it." She asked. "Oh my, you're eating." Her tail wagged. There. That's her. Reaching out, little. Hair. She was learning that not all. That some. Her scars may never fully. She may always carry some of, but she's no longer completely dark. Now she's out. Now she eats from Jen's. Now she looks at her guardian with soft trust. Maybe one day,